Welcome to Glasgow Middle School's virtual back to school night. If you need a translation or closed captions, please follow the steps on the screen. Welcome to Science 6. My name is Miss Lewis, and I am so happy to have you here tonight. I am a second-year teacher at Glasgow. I finished my Master's of Secondary Biology Education at Marymount University in December of 2018. Before I got my master's, I was bouncing around, traveling, doing field work with different conservation projects around the world. I went to Belize to work on Virginia Tech's Jaguar project, and then I've been to China and helped out with a PhD student's doctorate research. Before I did all that, I was an undergrad at Ferrum College, where I double majored in biology and environmental science, and I minored in mathematics. I am extremely passionate about wildlife conservation, ecology, and genetics, and I'm excited to bring that passion into the classroom. I also love cats, and I have two fluffy ones. Their names are Watson and Sherlock. So when learning science, I believe that students learn best when they are able to collaborate with their peers. I also believe that they can learn best when they take ownership of their own learning, so I put the work in their hands, and develop some independence. I also think students learn best when they have the chance and opportunity to share their thoughts, ideas, and ask questions. In order to be successful in science this year, students will need to make sure they arrive to class on time. They can join the session up to 15 minutes prior to class starting. They should also check their email frequently. I might communicate with them throughout the day, or I might be providing feedback on an assignment, and Google Classroom should automatically email your student when that happens. Finally, to be successful, I suggest that your student come to my office hours on Mondays and Wednesdays if they need support. Office hours are not mandatory, but I encourage your student to come when they need that additional help. The hours and the Google Meet link is posted on my Google Classroom. So what will your students be learning this year? We cover 4 units throughout the school year. The first one is astronomy, where we cover planets and their characteristics, space technology, moon phases, tides, orbital gravity, night and day, seasons, and we address rotation versus revolution. It leads quite nicely into our next unit, which is weather, where we cover layers of the atmosphere, Earth's energy budget, the relationship between air pressure and altitude, tools used to analyze and predict weather, and how to interpret weather maps. Water is our third unit, where we cover atoms, molecules, compounds, elements, subatomic particles, common earth elements, properties of water, and weathering. Finally, our last unit is energy, where we cover types of energy, energy transformations, potential versus kinetic, non-renewable, and renewable energy sources. Grading and assessments will be through formative and summative assessments. Formative assessments are checks for understanding, where summative assessments are judgments about what skills and content the student learned. Other feedback about how your student is organized and behaving will be on your report card, including asynchronous work and homework. Teacher support. What is available on Blackboard 24/7 is posted here, my office hours, the class syllabus, and my contact info. My email is avlewis@fcps.edu, and students and yourselves can also find the weekly lesson grid posted there. Google Classroom is another tool we will use, as well as that weekly lesson grid, in addition to some other online resources. So when you support your child, make sure you ask, what are you learning in class? Show me your grid. The grid will have what assignments your student needs to submit for my class every week. Also ask them about homework. What assignments do you need to do? When do you need to complete them? Or what do you need to do to complete them? And let's look at your grid together. Suggested supplies are pencils and pens, the Glasgow Middle School agenda, binder with loose leaf paper or a notebook, and the FCPS websites on their computer. So we're looking forward to a great school year. Thank you guys so much.